X-Men rumored cast that is. Oh gosh, I want to talk about the X-Men rumor cast that is going on right now. So the rumor cast for the MCU X-Men, according to a Hollywood insider, that also revealed the Fantastic Forecast. So Nicholas Galtazine for Angel. If you don't know who he was in an Amazon Prime movie called The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway. Really, really good film. Drew Starkey as Iceman, Daisy Jones as Jean Grey, Patrick Schwarzenegger as Cyclops, and Logan Lerman as the Beast. So, how do you feel about this rumored cast for the X-Men?
I love that I don't know who like all of them are. I know of Patrick Schwarzenegger. I obviously have heard of him. I know he was in White Lotus recently. I tried to get into it. It's all right. Like, it's good. I could enjoy it. It's just not something I want to waste my time watching. I've heard good things about him, but I haven't seen him in anything myself.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard of Daisy Edgar Jones. Like, her name sounds familiar, but I don't know if that is just like such a long name. Like,
you might have heard of her during Gladiator 2 because she's real close with Paul Mescal. So that's maybe where you heard of her.
I also kind of think it's ridiculous when people like make sure their middle name is included with their name. It's like so pretentious, but whatever. Doesn't mean she's a bad actress, you know. I like that I don't know of these actors. That's what I really like about it. I like that it's not one of the fan castings that everyone copies each other on X.
I agree. So Logan Lerman as Beast is the one that I will be very interested to see because I grew up. So Logan Lerman, if you don't know, he was Percy Jackson, which is like growing up for me, like one of the. Do I have it right here? Oh, here we go. Just to show you guys, like Percy Jackson is like one of my favorite books of all time. And grew up reading that, and so I have like a love for this dude because he made this cool for me, right? And so him as Beast, bro, that will be very interesting because he's never, at least from what I've seen, he's never really played an intellectual character. So I think that's a very interesting casting if true. And with Patrick Schwarzenegger, he definitely looks like a Cyclops. Like he looks like he could, like based off of looks, he's got it. But I was reading what some other people. I was kind of reading. I don't want to say negatives, but I was reading some people that like weren't really in favor of it, and some people were saying that based on his acting roles, they said they never see him portray like a leader or someone that is going to kind of take the helm. And then they were even saying like even if you watch his interviews, he's not as strong spoken as you need Cyclops to be. So people were questioning kind of his, like, is he going to be able to show that kind of vibrato in the movie? So we would just have to see. But the castings look cool to me, man. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And we need a Wolverine. We need a Wolverine.
I can totally see. I don't know. I don't like the idea of Patrick Schwarzenegger as Cyclops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts.
I've heard some bad things about him.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I mean, and apparently he's near where they're shooting Doomsday, so who knows what's going on over there.
Yeah.
But we do need a young Wolverine, man. So I hope that they're working on that behind the scenes too. Yeah. I do not want Hugh Jackman back.
With my take on the new actors for the X-Men, that's the only one that trips me up because it's very clear that they want all new actors, but at the same time, they obviously love how easy it was for Deadpool and Wolverine to do $1.3 billion because that movie, listen, it was fun, but like it wasn't that good. And everyone, again, a lot of the fandom just doesn't think for themselves. And what happens is you get a movie like that, it comes out and they get all swept up in the hype and they love it. And then like a year later, they rewatch it when they're not under the influence of like social media, and they'll finally be able to, give themselves permission to say they didn't like it if they don't like it. But what's interesting to me is I said on Threads recently that Spider-Man No Way Home is the best post-Endgame MCU movie. And I first of all, I mean, it did really well. I got a lot of likes, but I also got a lot of comments that were like, "Oh, well, you only liked it because of the, the 3 Spider-Man and the cameo porn." And I'm like, it's funny you say that because when I was watching it the first time, the second that Andrew and Toby showed up in the screen, I was like annoyed. I hoped the whole time that it wasn't true because I hate when these movies, use cameos and like in place of plot. But Spider-Man No Way Home actually did it really well. So what I think happened was similar. What I think is going to happen with Deadpool and Wolverine. I think people saw Spider-Man No Way Home. I think a lot of them were like, oh, and now they look at it like everyone just liked it from the cameos. And now they're like, oh, I'm smart. I recognize that people overrated it because of the cameos, but it's actually a really good movie. But these people are going to let themselves think they're smart. And with Deadpool and Wolverine, I think it's very similar. I think people are going to look at it and they'll be like, everyone else liked it for the cameos, but me, a year later, I'm going to recognize that, I'm going to pretend I never liked this movie because of the cameos. I think that's going to happen with Deadpool and Wolverine. And I think that Marvel probably feels like they got away with like murder with that movie because it was fun. But like some people say it's the best MCU movie ever, which is so
What?
insane. Yeah. It was a lot of cameo porn and, but again, it wasn't that good of a movie and it did 1.3 billion. So maybe they do want to hold on to Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. And like, I like having fun movies, and Deadpool, I think a movie like Deadpool is supposed to be that. It's supposed to be fun,
But it tried to be a little more. And real quick, before I get to that, I wanted to say that, I forget what I was going to say else. But Hugh Jackman, I think they probably do want a new Wolverine, and they probably do want to move away with it. And maybe they just do a sequel to Deadpool Wolverine that's like not really part of the main X-Men story going on in the MCU, which is kind of what Deadpool and Wolverine was. It wasn't really like the main part of the MCU. It was kind of like its own thing in the corner. But it did have a really stupid concept, and I hope they don't continue with it. And that is the anchor being. I never liked that concept. I think it's so dumb. It makes no sense. There's so many plot holes in just the idea. Like, oh, the anchor being, well, let me guess. It's always going to be an Avenger or it's always going to be a superhero. It's never going to be like a Steve Jobs type person who's nothing to do with superheroes, but he's still really important to the advancement of humanity. It's not going to be like Benjamin Franklin. It's always going to be someone who's superpowered. It's like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the anchor being thing failed miserably. Just leave it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but nah, bro. Like, I think that this cast is strong. And Patrick Schwarzenegger, if this true, bro, you got something to prove, man. You got something to prove, bro. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see Angel. I've always liked Angel, just as a character. He's always had cool costumes. I always liked characters that fly. Yeah. I think Angel could be a really very popular character in the MCU.
I don't like him that much, but I think they could do cool things with him.
Yeah, he'd be fun.
The problem with offering when you're Marvel, the problem with offering the wrong role, a good role to the wrong actor is the wrong actor's going to take it. Like, it'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, and
someone like Patrick Schwarzenegger is like so hungry for like fame and success that if they offer him the role, he'll take it. They could offer him less than the other guys, he'll take it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and just off of the actors I know, I thought Nicholas would have been Cyclops before Patrick. Just saying.
Nicholas Hoult?
No, this guy, Nicholas Galazine.
Oh, I can see it. That's the guy on the left.
He's a good actor, bro. He's a good actor, bro.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything.
Yeah, he is a good actor, and he gives me more Cyclops vibes off of his acting and looks than Patrick does. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see because we'll have to see what happens. Because Marvel, they miss sometimes, but when it comes to the big castings, they usually land them. So we'll have to see what happens.